Happy New Year. Welcome to Royal Warriors Global. I'm Ada Rain, your host, and I am so glad that you took a moment to watch this video. And I will do my best to say what I need to say expeditiously. I don't know if you are one of those people who like to set a theme for the year, whether it's a word or it's a phrase that resonates with you that you want to keep reminding yourself of as the new year unfolds. Well, I'm one of those people. And I've started being super intentional about setting a theme word or, well, basically words. I have a phrase for this 2024, but some of the words that I've had in the past have been forward, FORWARD, forward. I've had consistency twice. Now that's being consistent, right? I've had the word faith. I've had the word now. And I have been listening out. I enjoy hearing other people's words or phrases for the new year as well. It's just something about a new year, that just makes you feel like anything is possible. At least that's how I see it. It makes it feel like you have a whole 365 days where anything is possible, right? And especially for those of us who are connected to God, right? We're connected to God, Jesus, Holy Spirit. So we believe with faith, we have just a supernatural edge. At least that's how I feel. Do you not feel that you have a supernatural advantage when you are connected to Christ? I definitely feel that way. I don't feel like I'm any better than anybody, but I feel like I just have this great secret. It's sort of like when Superman, we know that Superman was another side of his personality was Clark Kent, but he was always Superman. Even when he wore those glasses and that little suit, he was still Superman. So I feel like, I'm Ada Rain and I have superpowers. And my superpower is my connection to the Lord. And I hope you feel that way too. And if you don't, my goal is as you continue watching this channel, that you will begin to see just all the benefits of what it means to walk with the Lord, what it means to be a Christian. And we need people of faith more than ever before during these times in which we've been living. We definitely need people who have integrity, people who pray, people who want to see the best for others and for themselves, right? Anyway, back to the theme word. So I've been hearing some of the theme words. Of course, we like to rhyme. There is just something about rhyming. And I think it's because it helps it to stick in your head when you can have a little ditty, right? Something catchy. So I've been hearing people say things like more in 2024, right? I've heard roar in 2024. I've heard war, and we're talking about a spiritual war, right? War in 2024. And I've heard more in store. So there's a phrase, more in store in 2024. And I like all of those phrases. Last night, as 2023 was transitioning into 2024, I was talking to one of my favorite people in the world, and that is my daughter. And we were talking, and she shared that her word is restore in 2024. And I really do like that word because some of us, we've lost, right? We've lost things. We've lost people. We've lost even attributes or traits or characteristics that we want to get back, right? To get back to who we truly are at the core. So all of those that I've shared with you, I really do like. But I was watching a show last Sunday. So that would have been Christmas Eve. And the gentleman was talking about passivity. 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 And passivity, I'm going to just give it to you straight from the dictionary. Passivity is acceptance of what happens without active response or resistance. Passivity, acceptance of what happens without active response or resistance. So it's sort of like a very cavalier attitude. Whatever happens, will happen. Que sera, sera, right? What will be, will be. But we don't want to have that attitude going into 2024. We don't want to just passively allow whatever's going to happen, to just unfold, right? We want to get in the game. We want to do our part and play our part. So as he was talking about passivity, I had a phrase, how church people, we have all our little sayings, right? So I had this phrase drop in my spirit. And the phrase was no more, no more in 2024. And one of the first things I don't want any more of, no more in 2024, no more passivity, no more acceptance of what happens without active response or resistance. As Christians, we are called to do what? Yes, we're called to love. We're called to give. We're called to serve, but we are also called to fight. We're called to fight the good fight of faith. So passivity, right? That an attitude of passivity has no place in a believer's life, right? So I'm a person, I like words. So the other thing I either heard or also came to me is the whole idea of not only no more passivity, right, in 2024, but no more apathy. So apathy is in that same family as passivity. Apathy is lack of interest, enthusiasm, or concern. I don't care, right? Those of you who have raised teenagers, or you may be raising teenagers now, IDC, I don't care. That is like I think that's like, to be a teenager, one of your rites of passage is the ability to shrug your shoulders and say, I don't care, right? But we don't want that to be our attitude. We don't want to have a nonchalant, lackadaisical attitude of, I don't care in 2024. So no more in 2024, no more passivity, no more apathy. And here are some synonyms for passivity: indifference, numbness, spiritlessness, right? We want to be full of spirit and vigor as children of God, right? We represent the Most High God. He is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. So we want to make sure that we rep him well. And some synonyms for apathy are indifference, lack of concern, lack of enthusiasm, lack of interest. And we don't want that to be counted among us as, again, children of the Most High God. No more passivity, no more apathy. And I have one more for you. For us, no more lethargy. And what is lethargy? It's a lack of energy and enthusiasm. It's because we're just tired, right? Just tired, just weary, just bone tired. But God says something about us being weary and about us being tired as we wait on God. And I really believe as we're waiting on God, we are waiting on God. We are serving. We are standing on his word, right? We are believing in his promises. So that should give us energy, right? So the lethargy should go out the door. And some synonyms for lethargy: sluggishness, inertia, inactivity, inaction, slowness, torpidity. Now that's a new one for me, but torpidity, that does not sound like anything that we want. Lifelessness, dullness, listlessness, languidness, stagnation, dormancy, laziness, being a sloth. I don't know if any of you have ever seen that movie. I can't think of the name of it right now, but my husband and I took our two oldest grandkids one year to go see the movie. They had the sloths stand up. The sloths in them, or is it sloth? Whatever, you know what I'm talking about, right? Some of you, if you have children and grandchildren, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And they did everything so slowly. My husband found it just hilarious, but they did everything so slow. But those are three things we want no more of in 2024, right? No more passivity, no more apathy, and no more lethargy. And if you put take the first letter for each of those words, P-A-L, pal, they're not your pal. They're not your friend, right? Not even a frenemy. So those are things we don't want any more of in 2024. And on this channel, I'll be continuing just probably for this month, talking about things we don't want any more of, so that the next 11 months, we are doing the things and not waiting for the February. We can start here in January. But this Royal Warriors global community that I want to build, it is all about us just really tapping into who we are as image bearers, who we are as carriers of God's glory, who we are as reflectors of his love. And for some of you who are like, man, she should have done this better and she could have done that better. Another thing that I didn't speak of previously is no more perfectionism. No more of me waiting until everything is perfect, until my hair is perfect, my eyebrows, my makeup, my jawline, snatched again, which is not. But no more waiting for perfectionism, because that is a thief. That is a thief of destiny. That is a thief of energy. That is a thief of productivity. So no more perfectionism. So that is why I'm coming to you right now. I would have preferred to have my lighting better and, many other things better. But I have something to say. I have a sense of urgency with 2024 being an election year. Is going to be all types of things going on. And we need to, as the body of Christ, we need to come together spiritually, and we need to unite, we need to fight, and we need to be the light. And that's not always pretty, right? So I am not going to wait for everything to be perfect. I want to be obedient. I want to hear God say, well done, Adarain. And so here in our community, Royal Warriors Global, it's time. It's high time to do whatever it is that God has called me to do, and whatever it is that God has called you to do. So no more in 2024, no more waiting, no more sitting on the sidelines. It is time to get in the game. And it's not even a game. It is time to, we say the game of life, right? But I heard a prophet last night talking about the whole idea of being a game changer. So let's say it's not time to play the game, it's time to change the game. And we have the power. We have the power. As children of God, we have the power to impact this world for good, to impact this word for God, to impact this word for heaven's glory. So I hope you will join me on this journey. Again, welcome to Royal Warriors Global. I'm Adarain, and it is time to unite, fight, and be the light.